The enable checkbox turned off. Love it needs to fix. Looking nice and gray on this Sunday morning. We meal prepped some like breakfast sandwiches. So I'm like excited to like finish this workout and go eat one of those. Did some like breakfast sausage, egg, cheese. Not the healthiest thing, but better than eating out. And it feels good to have like something tasty that you made. It's like just waiting for you. And we're down. We met our goal. We missed last week, but we made it up. So, you know, you're going to slip. You're only human. You're doing this for yourself, so. Just keep going. You know, it's the weird psychological thing of when you start slipping.
Misa Life said, "Hey Jason."
Hey, what's up, Misha? Good morning. When you start slipping, like oh, I ate a cookie, so now I'm gonna eat like 4 cookies. It's like you only slipped a little bit, but in your mind you're like, well, this day is a total bust. I'm gonna go ham. It's not a good attitude to have, but for some reason it makes sense in my brain at the time. And then in hindsight, I'm like, why did I do that? You could eat that M&M. Yeah. So if we stay up with what we've been losing and keep trending downward at a steady pace, I could be in like the 250s by Easter time. That might be aggressive. Because the easiest pounds are like the first. I don't know if it's going to stay this steady all the way down. I mean, it's already been kind of not super rocky, but I haven't gone up more than a pound. Well, maybe that first week.
Is it better to lose weight quickly or fast?
Quickly or fast? I just got that. No, nice and slow and steady is healthy. They had I think like 80% of people on The Biggest Loser.
Sorry, slow.
All gained it back. It's like, yeah, because you don't have a trainer looking over your every shoulder and you're responsible for your own meals. You're not locked in a house full of treats. But that's crazy. Like, that many people went right back to being fat after such a life-changing experience. It makes sense, though. It's a hard thing to keep up.
Byzantiadev said, would a service like Rent a Bully work to help some people get in shape?
Maybe. I don't think it would hurt. Good morning, Biz. It's like Hank Hill during the Boggle Championship
Lisa
when
Life
he's like,
said, have you seen how Hollywood actors lose and gain weight so quickly for their roles?
I feel like Christian Bale has some of the wackiest transformations of his body. I don't think that's healthy, though. I think that's a quick way to do it. But I wonder how much he's like destroyed his body. So it might be quick, but I don't know if it's good. Hollywood diet is not what we should be striving for. But yeah, I think if I had like a Hank Hill level like Pee Wee football coach, you big baby, you gonna stop pedaling? Want a bottle, you stupid baby? I think that would actually help. I'd be like, oh shit, I don't want a bottle. I'm not a baby. Maybe that's just how my mind works. A lot of people will see that and go, oh my god, that's so mean. That's helping. It's helping to get over my own insecurities. And in a way, it's like, he's kind of saying, I believe in you.
Said,
what you're doing right now is
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Talk about that weird time he went off on OE because a crew member was walking by the set?
Yeah, if he ate a donut, would he have blown up? Just because some crew member was like doing their job or going to get craft services while he was trying to, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know what accident it was. That was by Christian Bale. What the fuck are you doing? But yeah, total bastard mode. And then Dennis Quaid did a funny...
Misa Life said, Brendan Fraser has the biggest body transformation in the whale.
Dennis Quaid had the most hilarious... Like, he did something for Funny or Die, so they released, like, a phone cam footage of Dennis Quaid, like, blowing up on somebody. Oh, I was like, oh, shit. And then Funny or Die released a video of, like, the real thing. And it was, like, all very funny. Like, a piece of shit was, like, an actual pile of dog shit. And I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll share it in the Discord. But everyone was like, oh, man. I think the problem with that is no one's going to see both videos. Like, not 100%. So some people think just Dennis Quaid's, like, also a Hollywood diva. I wonder if Brendan Fraser actually gained any weight for that. If anything, it seems like he kind of lost weight. And he just put on the fat suit. But, you know, good on Brendan Fraser. But I think we're all forgetting. The reason, like, Brendan Fraser was, like, not in any movies.
Said, my go-to example of an asshole actor is Errol Flynn. He was apparently a bit of a sleazy guy and an alcoholic.
Oh, Errol Flynn, yeah. The reason, it's not like, oh, yeah, Brendan Fraser took a break or whatever. No. It wasn't by choice. He, like, called out a Hollywood abuser.
Misa Life said, he wore no fat suit.
He wore no fat suit. And he got punished for it. And everyone didn't want to go up against that guy, so it was just like, oh, I can't believe Brandon would say such slanderous things. And it turns out, like, he was right. I don't know. Feels kind of like, how do you go back to, like, the group of people that, like, shamed you for doing the right thing? Feels, I mean, he's a pretty humble, grateful guy, I guess. Maybe that's just the face he puts on.
But now he has an Oscar.
Yeah. It's a fucked up world. It's because it's like, let me dangle this thing you love to do and that you've worked your whole life. And then let me take it away. You could go back to doing indie movies. chews you up and spits you out. That's why I like the substance so much.
MR_Seeker said, EA, sorry for not joining last days.
No worries. Good morning, Mr. Seeker. Yeah, what fake people, Biz?
Misa Life said,
So fake.
Furry Vengeance was a god-awful movie, not Brendan Fraser's fault.
I didn't even know that was a movie, so... People are so fake, and then so also...
MR_Seeker said, there are so many movies out there, what is a good movie?
What is a good movie? That's a good question. I did like Anora. It wasn't what I would... I don't think I'd ever watch it again. Big Lebowski, I think, is a good movie. Tremors. What else? What's something I watch regularly?
Misa Life said, I mean good is subjective in terms of films, books, TV, and music.
This is good to me. Starship Troopers, that's a good one.
MR_Seeker said, Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers is one of those ones I didn't... I was like, oh, that's a...
said, at MR_Seeker I'm doing my part.
Starship Troopers is one of those ones I watched as a kid, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a fun, generic action movie or whatever. And then you go back, and you realize that all the casting was done, like, sarcastically, like, very intentionally, but it's made to look like a big propaganda film.
MR_Seeker said, I would love to see them on cosplay.
And then you got Doogie Howser in full, like, Nazi regalia by the end of the movie, essentially. You're like...
Misa Life said, Starship Troopers is good for a basic action movie.
Didn't see those references as a child. Didn't think that much into it.
I only saw it once when I was 15.
I highly recommend taking a second look at it. There's some things you don't notice initially. Yeah, that's weird. How some movies like never see them from the start. Like, a lot of movies that play on Comedy Central, I actually have not watched the beginning of this ever. I always started in the middle. Like, I feel like Raising Arizona was one of those movies that was always on. Or,
what's your favorite movie that everyone you know hates?
Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite movie that everyone I know hates. I gotta think on that one.
Jason, are you a big fan of Medea?
Medea? No. Medea is more of a interesting... I don't know. It's just like fascinating that it's like so successful. And that Tyler Perry's format has... He writes like a stage show. The stage show does well. And then after the stage show, he goes and makes the movie based on the stage show and the actors he had in the stage show. So he's like hitting it from both ends. And, wildly successful, whether you like him or not. Medea is just so weird. Hallelujah. But you gotta have respect for Tyler. He is doing what he wants for his audience, and who cares about anything else? And if you've ever watched the Medea, it is like Medea, but in a very serious film about like domestic abuse or something, or like, I mean, it's trying so hard to be something more artistic, but then also Medea is in it. Like, that is the weird hook. It's like if you tried to do Schindler's List and just Medea randomly shows up. It's like, well, you didn't need the Medea. I mean, I guess then it would kind of be a just boring drama. There's no hook, no good hook. It's not to the level of Schindler's List, but, you know, they're trying to get that level of drama into it. Or like Marriage Story. You're getting divorced, hallelujah. It's like, wow, this changes the movie in a weird way. Daredevil's a guilty pleasure. Okay, interesting. I have not watched that. The one
it
with
was strange
Ben
catching
Affleck?
Gone Girl and
Or has
seeing
it always been
Tyler
that Ben
Perry.
Affleck?
Gone Girl is in the Medea universe.
I don't think I've seen Gone Girl. Movie I like that all my friends hate. First thing that came to mind, but not everybody hates it. I am a fan of like Fast and Furious, but for like I don't know. It's just like, if you think of it like a cartoon for adults, it's like, this is like, I don't like look at it in a serious way, but I'm like, this is like wrestling level sillydom, but in a movie. It's like a teenage boy swap places with a...
I Spit on Your Grave would be a really good candidate for a Medea cameo.
Yeah, revenge picture. An R-word, revenge... Not, I'm just trying to decide the R-A word.
Misa Life said, Tokyo Drift is my favorite Fast and Furious film.
Grape revenge. Tokyo Drift, okay. Girl, if anybody did that to me, I'd stab them in the balls. Hallelujah. It's all about family. Yeah,
Misa Life said,
family.
Truman Show
family.
with Medea.
Truman Show with Medea. Come on, Truman, let's go to church. See, it is weird. Yeah, I feel like I'm more intrigued. Medea is such a fascinating character that it's just like... I've only watched a couple. I've watched Medea Goes to Jail, the Medea funeral one.
Byzantiadev said, did Vin Diesel get paid extra for every time he said family?
Yeah, maybe. He worked that in and then managed to be like, haha, you don't think I'm going to be able to say family 80,000 times? Family.
MR_Seeker said, Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, yeah, the seashells. It's a good one. Not really a movie that everyone else I hates. I'm really racking my brain for that one.
The current state of the U.S. government.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Misa Life said, the most recent Fast and Furious films are less about racing and more input going into space.
I think that would be the best way to end the Fast and the Furious franchise, is them racing rocket ships.
MR_Seeker said, you don't like it, but you will enjoy it.
Let's see. I watch a lot of weird art house
Byzantiadev
movies.
said, I like that the film tradition of sequels eventually being set in space is alive and well.
Yeah. Muppets in space. Fast and Furious in space. Let me start thinking about movies.
Misa Life said, my brother liked Home Alone 2 more than Home Alone.
Okay, that's it. Interesting. I'm just a big fan of New York.
MR_Seeker said, I still looking for a specific movie or series, about a group of colonists that turned out to be a bunch of female sperm harvesters.
Are you sure you're looking in the right section, Mr. Seeker? Maybe behind some curtains? One that Ellen hated that I loved, but not for the story. I like the Terrifier series. I started with the second one. I honestly, the first Terrifier movie, I turned that shit off in 15 minutes. I was like, I don't understand why this is popular. And it sat on my watch list forever. And then I watched 2. 2 is great. Dog shit story, but the kills were like amazing.
Byzantiadev said, Highlander, Endgame is a bad movie I think has some cool for cool's sake that almost saves it.
And then 3, same thing. Kills were amazing. Story, really bad. Fun cameos.
MR_Seeker said, the way they created that movie, it was a prime example of sci-fi horror.
A lot of good mystery box stuff. Hellraiser. These are movies that I like that Ellen hates. The Blob. These are just ones specifically Ellen hates. That I like.
Misa Life
Cronenberg
said,
stuff.
I watch THR movie Elf starring Will Ferrell even when it's not Christmas, it's like one of my favorite movies ever.
I had never watched Elf before last year.
Said, horror is historically the cheapest genre film to make and are almost always terrible but fun.
Yeah. But it's like also like a vehicle for like
Misa
new
Life
ideas.
said, the Leprechaun series is fun.
Yeah, Leprechaun in the Hood. Such a weird thing that like that actually exists. They just like took a character and like, there has to be like behind the scenes or a documentary of how that got made. You know, I might watch How Did This Get Made and see if they have Leprechaun in the Hood episode. Because like, what two things?
Byzantiadev said,
merged.
At Misa Life fuck you Lucky Charms is still one of the best vocal lines in film history.
Oh, interesting. I'll tell you a series of films that you think I'd like,
Leprechaun
but I
in the
don't
Hood
hate.
is so stupid bit a good beer film.
Yeah. Trauma films. They are so bottom of the barrel, cheapest laugh, misogynistic. You know, Toxic Avenger.
Got its own rap
It's the
song
only
in
good
it.
one. Toxic Avenger, I haven't rewatched in a while.
MR_Seeker said, I could make a movie about what I am currently going through.
Hey, maybe start writing a journal. You never know. Good for a movie, bad for life experience.
I am writing a book. Chapter 90.
Oh, damn. Trauma's actually unhinged, yeah.
Byzantiadev said, Trauma is actually unhinged.
I just hate that it's like still like, I don't know. Just like an embarrassing level of misogynist to like put a hot girl in skimpy clothing, have some fat guy slobber all over her. act edgy, but you're not really edgy at all. You're just kind of like got this weird level of burnout humor. And some stuff with Trauma has not aged well. Not at all. Some very inappropriate references. I like the idea of Trauma, but when I see that logo pop up, I'm nervous. I go, maybe I want to turn this off right now. It's kind of like I just know they're going to go someplace that is not good.
MR_Seeker said, try the elevator, you will never look at those things the same way after.
Okay.
Dutch horror at its best.
You've mentioned that before. I'll have to look that up. Do you know what year it was made? You got the IMDb that you can drop in? The Asylum, that's what I was trying to think. The Asylum is just weird, boring. They're not like edgy at all, really. Maybe like Trauma Light, but en masse. They do the mockbusters all the time. It must make money, or else why would the Asylum still exist? Like, who is like paying money to fuel this industry?
(1983). Byzantiadev said,
okay.
sometimes they make really good films like Poultrygeist, and then there's several films like Class of Nuke 'Em High.
Yeah, Class of Nuke 'Em High. Oh, I think I keep confusing that for something else, but...
What's the worst sequel you've ever seen?
Worst sequel?
MR_Seeker said, made by Dick Moss. I think he also made Sint and Amsterdam.
Worst sequel?
Misa Life said, I love the Kevin Smith movie Tusk, not many people like it. I just didn't too strange that Kevin Smith made horror film.
I like Tusk. It was interesting enough. It was kind of spooky. Yeah.
Byzantiadev said, at Misa Life not many movies like it.
Yeah. Let's see. Worst sequel. Dumb and Dumberer, except for that one scene with Bob Saget. There's shit all over the walls. Oh my god, that's the best thing to come out of that movie. But everything else was like, what the hell? And then the third one, they made like a Dumb and Dumber with them old. I haven't seen it, but just why? The original one is so good, and it doesn't need to be anything else. Yeah, I guess when thinking about bad sequels, I'm thinking about stuff that just ruins the first, or ruins the genre, stops it from moving forward. It's going to be controversial. Endgame. I think Infinity War had like a good end to Thanos socket, or he like just lives in a pocket universe. And maybe they see him again, maybe they don't. I realize, as a money making thing, like, they gotta bring everything back. You can't kill Spider-Man.
MR_Seeker said, but if you like good movies, find Paul Verhoeven,
Paul Verhoeven,
RoboCop,
yeah.
Starship
Yes,
Troopers.
I wouldn't say Endgame was like a worst sequel, though, but I think it took something brave and interesting and kind of retconned it. You took the one interesting thing that had happened in like the superhero universe in a long time, and you kind of like undo. No, that didn't happen. And Thanos is dead. The superheroes win.
Misa Life said, Iron Man 3 is the worst Marvel sequel.
Which one is that? So the first one is like him versus Jeff Bridges. Second one is the third one Mickey Rooney or Mickey, whatever his face is. With like the whips, the electric whip guy. Not the worst, but definitely bad, was Jason Goes to Hell. What a bad decision to make him like a weird worm parasite. It felt like a completely different script that they just squished Jason Voorhees into. But then they came right back with Jason X, Jason going to space, and they took it in such a fun direction. It kind of feels the same way that they took a different script and just jammed Jason Voorhees into it. But it works in such a weird way. So, Jason Goes to Hell, perfect start to a movie, but then as soon as he is on like the operating table at the morgue.
Jason Goes to Hell for hating birthdays.
Yeah. So they made up for it, but I think, yeah. We need like Goofy Horror to come back, and I think Terrifier is the start. I'm hoping that Terrifier
Shrek
starts
4
like a
is
trend.
terrible.
Shrek 4. I've never even seen Shrek 2. I've watched like too many movies. I'm having trouble just like thinking of sequels. I'll go this. Sequels that other people hated but you liked.
Have you seen that there are 2 Winnie the Pooh horror films and they did really well at the box office?
I did know there was one Winnie the Pooh horror. Oh, sorry, Ghost in the Pill. Hold on. Reading chat. I like Iron Man 3 because I only have a personal story with it. Let me get rid of this stupid... Sorry, Ghost in the Pill. speaking options. Okay, there we go. I'll give you a voice. Ghost in the Pill. There you go.
Ghost_in_the_pill_ said, hope you're having a great day.
Thanks, Ghost in the Pill. I am, yeah. We met our goal. Our goal was 276. We hit 275. Demon in the Bottle comic arc is even better. Okay, I'll have to look into that. I have never heard of that.
MR_Seeker said, food is helping?
Yes, definitely, Mr. Seeker. Especially when I'm like in a bind and I don't have time to make anything. It helps to fill the gap. So definitely helping. You know, I've been under my calorie allotment for the past week. So we're doing good. We're doing good. And you know, this week was a good week, so I think it really kicked in.
Looks like it was like 286 when you started.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe 287. I don't remember. I have it in my like
Misa
Twitch
Life
bio.
said, do you still want treats sometimes?
And I do. I don't. I'm not totally depriving myself. I'm just doing complete calorie deficit. So I still like eat cookies every time, and a bag of chips or something. But it's usually like the low calorie bag.
Ghost_in_the_pill_ said, working hard, nice.
But for the most part, I'm eating
said,
way healthier. If I'm snacking on something,
said,
vegetables.
I'd like to see Winnie the Pooh as a serious noir film. Now it's public domain.
Oh yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
MR_Seeker said, I could send him some healthy snacks, better than Feastables.
Yeah, better than moldy.
Ghost_in_the_pill_ said, I love broccoli.
I love broccoli too. Not steamed though. I'm a big enemy of steamed vegetables. I like air frying it.
Misa Life said,
I realize that makes it
like
less
6
healthy,
carrots
but
a
it's
day.
still like fried vegetables with like a little bit of char and singe on them. I don't know what it is. I go nuts for it, especially broccoli. I eat like 6 carrots a day. Damn, you got to turn orange. That's a lot of carrots.
Ghost_in_the_pill_ said, baked carrots.
No prime, no.
Misa Life said,
no sugar.
Jason's on
no
that
sugary
prime.
drinks. Just water, just water.
I don't like cooked carrots. I eat them raw.
Yeah, carrots I like. Maybe in a stew.
Ghost_in_the_pill_
I don't mind.
said, on that hydro homie life.
Yeah. Water for days. I get drunk with water on with my homies. I drank so much water this weekend I almost drowned. Carrots I don't mind cooked, but I do prefer them raw. Unless it's a part of a stew. That's like the unique confluence. There's like specific options for each thing. A lot of edge cases for carrots. Celery, it's gotta be in a stew. I hate raw celery.
Misa Life said,
Ants in a log, maybe.
have you stopped drinking alcohol? I can't do that.
I've never been that big of an alcohol drinker.
Ghost_in_the_pill_ said, do you like lamb?
Lamb's good. Yeah, I do like me some good lamb. Lamb chops.
Alcohol.ic.
Marijuana, I indulge very
Alcohol
rarely.
makes me too sad. *LOL.
Yeah. I just don't need it. I don't know. But I do feel like when I go to the bar, I have to like drink a non-alcoholic just to fit in. And those are like just as expensive. Every once in a while, I'll get a real beer. But Maybe like once a month. My company, we do like happy hours. That's always fun. I mean, that's like, I feel like people are nicer to you when you like make them laugh during the happy hour, as opposed to like being impatient, or I don't know. It just helps you to understand someone a little bit better, so you can like. It helps the overall process to go drink with coworkers.
I getcha. Misa Life said, I'm not a big drinker, but on drink after a long day of work makes me forget about the day.
There you go. I don't drink alone. I'm a very social drinker, social smoker. Not cigarettes. If a joint is passed around, yeah, I'll go. But I'll literally do like 1, 2, and done. It still feels like you're getting away with something, even though it's like legal in Michigan. I just have like such a fear of smoking marijuana, which I think adds to the fun of it. Feels like I'm getting away with something every day I smoke. Which is not that often. Today, doing some pork chops.
Ghost and Thupil underscore said,
asparagus.
I used to smoke more, but I do it rarely now. It's not fully legal where I'm at, yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, then you really have incentive to rein it back. I put baking powder in my water for potatoes because of a TikTok hack I saw. I was like, bullshit. It's like secret to extra crispy potatoes. It's like the alkaline water helps to break down the skin, which makes it crisp up better. And I tried it, and I've never cooked my potatoes the same way. I always do the alkaline water trick. Man, crispy potatoes every time. Then you do that, you pat them dry.
I'm going to put that in my notes and see how it is.
It's very good. Put it on for 40 minutes at 450. Flip them halfway. Just trying to get more spots all crispy. I recently saw someone cook with like, the way they cut it up is like the outside of the potato has like the weird oblong shapes, but the inside they like cut it in squares. I'm like, that makes sense to me. It's kind of like trying to get more sides that can crisp up. So maybe I'll start doing that, or making them like in fry shapes. Just want more surface area where it's like directly touching the pan to get crispy. Oh yeah, hangovers are the worst part. That's why I like marijuana over like alcohol. Never feel hungover or bad after weed. I just like have to wait for it to wear off, which that's kind of annoying.
I really like baked or fried zucchini. And if you like mushrooms, I've had pizza that used mushroom heads as crust. Delicious.
Best cure for a hangover though is just like hydrating. It's like super, way more than you think. I have like this huge water glass. That's like my hangover counter. And so if I'm ever feeling super drunk when I get home or something, I just slam like 2 full glasses of that. So that's like 80 ounces of water before I go to bed. And it works. The problem is trying to do that when you're tired. And like, but every time I've done it, no hangover. I like baked and fried zucchini. Zucchini's another good one that I never think to buy, but when somebody serves it to me, I'm like, I just can't do mushrooms. I never give up on it entirely. And Ellen loves mushrooms, but no mushroom is good to me. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've tried many different kinds. It just, texture maybe, taste, I don't really get it. Like when it's part of a green bean casserole, you don't really taste it at all, so I don't mind it, but I don't go out of my way for mushrooms. But I keep trying. What is that? Like your taste changes every 7 years? Something weird like that. So maybe one day I'll make the change for mushrooms, but it hasn't happened yet. 36 years. Squash and sweet potato. Good to sub in every once in a while. Like a good squash soup. Crushed lentil, favorite soup by miles. I love like the consistency. I love squirting the lemon into it. Just tastes amazing every time. Even when it's bad, it's good. Love, love, love me some crushed lentil. But then you have a like super garlic breath, or whatever they put into that. Depends how they make it, but the ones I like are usually super garlicky. Or maybe it's all the garlic I eat with the bread. If I had to eat like one food for the rest of my life, I feel like Mediterranean is the top, just ever so slightly. Right behind it is kind of like, probably like Japanese food. And then right under that is like Indian food. But those are like the top 3 things I could eat all the time. And it's got like, you know, you're getting your vegetables in, you're getting your lean meats, you can treat yourself. I don't know, I feel like I just never get sick and tired of that. All right, new goal setting. We're going to try the aggressive 2 pounds again. So next Sunday, 273. We're going to try it again. We might be going back down to 1 pound. We'll see. But let's try it. Let's try the more aggressive one. And if we may only lose 1 pound, that's fine. If we lose 2, though, bonus points. So next Sunday, 273. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. You know, for
I
Easter.
believe. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Byzantiadev said, what laws would you break during the purge that isn't murder or theft?
Huh. Busting up casinos. Not murder or theft. I don't want the money. I would do total Joker style and burn every casino in the 20-mile radius of my house. I just want to send the message. I hate gambling. I feel like it takes advantage of people who just don't know math. And I can't believe it's like so ubiquitous. I just hate it a lot. And I hate seeing all these sports betting apps and all these betting streams. Anyway. I would go into a fugue state and take it out on casinos. And yeah, they would just instantly rebuild. But I would feel better if I stopped. If I like break the cycle for someone, maybe they'd snap out of their gambling addict state. Maybe even if it just helped one person
Ghost
break
and
out.
Thupil _ said, haha Walter White fugue state.
yeah. What
Byzantiadev
else?
said, I'd love to break all of the most outdated weird state laws just to technically be a serial criminal.
Oh yeah, like selling corn on a Sunday or something. Just like weird laws that no one has looked at and no one enforces, but it's just like, oh. No drinking alcohol on a Monday at 3 p.m. It's just because like that was like when the factory got off and they were causing a bunch of accidents or something. Yeah, very weird county and regional laws.
Ghost and Thupil _ said, I would go swim with dolphins at the zoo for a moment. Not sure what else I'd do.
Oh, I'd be too scared. That's a good one, though. Hang out at the zoo.
Byzantiadev said,
pretty aggressive.
apparently in the UK there's still a law on the books where you can't handle a salmon suspiciously.
That's fun. Just get a trench coat.
At Ghost and Thupil
full of
_ good
salmons,
choice.
and you're like, right? You go into a bake lobby and you're just like weirdly touching your salmons. And they're like, sir, are you here to deposit or withdraw? And you go, I'm here to act suspicious. Want a salmon? I'd go do like a Capitol riot, but not to recreate January 6th. I would do it to like disprove conspiracy theories. Like, they won't show us the files. I'm like, let me go get the files. Here, there's absolutely nothing. And then I
Bulk
uncover.
official said, WER.
What's up, Bulk Bogan? Where Goopsy?
Gops.
Goops is still in the oven. Goops is still cooking. Busy week, good week, but busy week. Didn't get a lot of time to work on. Oh, yeah.
You're baking him.
Yep. 350 degrees for several months.
Byzantiadev said, the salmon law was passed in the 80s.
Weird. I wonder what triggered that.
Ghostinthapil_ said, whoever dropped their fish lost.
Oh, I like those competitions. Like at the, if you've ever been to a German beer hall, they always have like the beer stein. I don't know if that's like just on Saturdays or something, but like they have a competition, and whoever can like hold out a full glass of beer, like
Byzantiadev said, at Ghostinthapil_ WrestleMania would
like
be amazing with this match format.
And then they always get one of the waitresses to do it, and the waitress like lasts way longer than you think because she does it all the time. They do the like arm full of steins, and you're like, I think those might break.
Bulkbogan official said, Bulkamania gonna run wild on you, brother.
Yeah. Hell in a Cell ladder match. Don't drop the fish. Next WrestleMania. You would just see like the audience start to.
Byzantiadev said, no holds barred fish match.
Yeah, no holds barred. No holds barred, all hands hold fish match. Anything goes, don't drop the fish match.
Bulkbogan official said, they should add Kazwayafriam Tekken into next WrestleMania.
That's a genre I feel like. Sports games in particular, like soccer, football, and wrestling, have really been held back by their licensing. We haven't had like a fun wrestling game in a while. We haven't had a fun football game in a while.
Is devil mode a legal technique?
We haven't had a fun soccer game. Is devil mode a legal technique? Yeah.
Ghostinthapil_ said, is there a character from Tekken named Bob? I think I used to choose him.
Sounds plausible. I'm not a big Tekken person. I've always been intrigued by fighting games, but I've never been.
Bulkbogan official said, Bob the Fat One.
Bob the Fat One. Okay, yeah.
Ghostinthapil_ said, that's him. Byzantiadev said, at Ghostinthapil_ there is. His character arc was just losing weight.
That's amazing. Great character arc. I relate. I totally relate to Bob. Don't know if I would go in a killing martial arts tournament to lose weight, but, good on him.
Bulkbogan official said, his arc is actually gaining weight for more physicality.
Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping to be in the 300s. I hope to have muscles above my head. My shoulder muscles just like, for protection. In case I get hit in the head, bounces off my shoulders. If I don't look like Ronnie Coleman by the end of this whole experiment was a failure.
Byzantiadev said, chasing that Dragon Ball Z physique.
Exactly.
Ghostinthapil_ said, if it's Mortal Kombat I'm always choosing Baraka or Striker.
Who was that one guy in Soul Calibur that would like ride his sword like a pogo stick? Yakuza or something? Yeah. I like Soul Calibur.
Bulkbogan official said,
really weird
nobody
characters.
Respects my boy Mort Ardo even neither realms. Byzantiadev said, at Ghostinthapil_ Johnny Cage is good in pretty much every MK game.
I would always choose Raiden and do. I didn't know many moves, but I figure out the one for like him flying through the air and saying oh, hamburger. I don't know what he actually says, but I always say it was like a joke between me and my friends. That it was like he's always talking about hamburgers, getting hamburgers. All right, time to get the day started.
Ghostinthapil_ said, at my old job I had many hours paid of me just playing MK on Steam Deck.
Oh, nice. Well, have a good rest of your days. We met our goal for the week. See you tomorrow for more working out. Hey, hi, bye, W. Good to see you. Heading out for the day. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.
Have a good one.